Since I've always had a desire to serve a mission, I couldn't wait to turn 16 so I could go out with the sister missionaries. So that's what my weekends consisted of, was going out with the sister missionaries. That's kind of how I prepared. And seminary was a huge part of my preparation. So going out with the sisters and reading Preach My Gospel all the time. I remember taking Preach My Gospel to high school. Yeah, I was like really set on going on a mission, and reading the Book of Mormon seminary. That's how I prepared, and the missionaries. I was getting ready to put in my papers. I was really anxious to just go out and serve, and I got my mission call, and I opened it up, and my sisters, 3 of my sisters and my brother, they all served in Argentina. And so I think I created this kind of mission in my mind of how it would be. My dad, like I said, was mission president of the Dominican Republic, and my mom served in Brazil, my dad in Mexico, and everyone in Argentina. So I kind of was thinking, foreign mission! And I was ready for, the holes in my shoes, rocks being thrown at me. I was like, I'm ready for this. I've been preparing for this since I was 3 years old. And I opened it up and I read Sister Madrid, you've been called to serve in the St. George Mission. It actually took me a few minutes to actually say that. I had my grandpa on the other line, and there was this long pause because I could not believe I was going to St. George. And my grandpa yelled at me. He's like, well, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm looking at everyone that served foreign. And I look up, and with tears in my eyes, I'm like, St. George Visitor Center. And it was kind of hard for me to accept that, because it was a kind of a childhood dream, and I was kind of thinking I was going to go somewhere else, and I was ready for the rocks and the holes in my shoes and just being dirty. But I was going to a visitor center in Utah, and I remember how hard that was for me, and I prayed a lot. It was really easy for me to prepare for my mission. I think once I received my mission call, that's when it started getting harder. So I prayed, and I studied the Book of Mormon more so, more than ever, because I needed hope. And I remember one day I was praying, and I told Heavenly Father, is this really where you want me to go? Because I wasn't expecting this. I even remember, I don't know why I'm sharing this. I just wanted to serve so badly. I remember my whole family wasn't there when I received my call. And so I spent the night with my mission call. I'm like, I just can't wait to open it. Anyway, I don't know why I shared that. But anyway, I remember telling Heavenly Father, I'm like, I've been preparing for this for so long, and I'm just having a hard time feeling like this is where I need to be. And I received an email from my grandma, and she wrote to me. She's like, Birdie Rosie, that's my nickname. She said to me, I'm so excited that you're going to serve in St. George. I was like, okay, Grandma, thanks. I've heard this from everyone. Everyone's so excited for me to serve in St. George at the Visitor Center. And she told me, I don't know if you know this, but you have been called to where your great-great-great-grandfather William Carter served. And I was like, oh, I forgot about that. And she said, he was the one that pounded lava rock to create a foundation for the St. George temple. He was the one that hoisted the cannon so that there can be a foundation for the St. George temple. And in the visitor center, I had the opportunity to teach and to share the story of my grandpa, William Carter. There's a picture in the annex of my grandfather and also the cannon that he hoisted. And it was just, I guess, an answer to my prayers that that this is where I'm supposed to be. My grandpa was called here. I'm sure it was hard for him. He's from Ledsbury, England. I'm sure he wasn't happy to walk and walk and walk to the Great Salt Lake and then be settled in Salt Lake and then get a call from Brigham Young to go to a desert where there was nothing. I'm sure it was hard for him. So I felt like he was helping me. I felt like he knew what I was going through, and missions are hard. And so so that's what was comforting to me. So I received an answer through my grandma that that's where I needed to be. So yeah.